Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome back to the Operation Hill 100 channel where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot motherfucking topics. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Everybody should be proud of me. Everybody should be proud of me because I kept up my end of the motherfucking bargain. And here I am on Tuesday at 6 p.m. for lit at motherfucking 6. And I'm a little excited. I'm a little excited because most time lit at 6 is like all over the place. We're doing different topics. But today I wanted to do a show review because I am so fucking sick of Reg and Damien on the shot. And normally I'm not really moved to chorus if it's not a reality show, right? Normally, when you see me do show reviews, I'm really doing show reviews in regards to reality shows because they kind of move me to chorus. They get more of an emotional reaction out of me, so on and so forth. But for whatever reason, this show got me in a chokehold. I cannot lie. And I was trying not to review it because I know I'm not going to be consistent with reviewing every episode. But because it got me so much in the chokehold, and Emmett is my favorite character, I do not, well, no, next to Bakari. And I didn't see Bakari this episode. I just noticed. It pissed me off bad. What happened? So I'm like, no. I got to come down here. I got to come down here because I have some things to say about what's going on with this show. First of all, I was mortified when I saw Reg was back. I cannot stand Reg. I cannot stand Reg. I want Reg off the show. I hate his gums because they black. I hate his lips because they black. Reg irritates the dog fuck out of me. But anyway, let's get started with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit the thumbs up on the video. Hit the thumbs up on the video. I need all my likes. I need all my comments. I need everybody engaged in the conversation. And let's get busy with this show review. So I don't even know what episode this is, but we are viewing today The Shot. First of all, Reg Nut-ass shot Emmett. He shot Emmett, and I was mortified. When I tell you mortified. Okay, so this is Emmett right here on the floor, pumped up and paped out. I was like, this is too much. Anyway, then he tells his homeboy, this T-Pain looking motherfucking Hannibal, listen, get him up out of here. So Hannibal grabs Emmett and he takes him to the hospital, right? So at that time, when he gets to the hospital, I guess whatever they call the family, the whole family shows up at the hospital to be by Emmett's side, right? Mama Emmett, Jada, Mama Emmett, you could come to the front of the congregation for 1 second. Jada, I like you, girl. I've always liked your character. I think you are real cool, real sweet, and real nice, right? But Jada, and I know you got the big C. And I know they're telling you got literally however much time to live or whatever. But Jada, you got to start back doing your hair, okay? You got to start back doing your hair, sis, because I wasn't here for whatever that is you've been wearing these last couple of weeks. Are you in chemo? What's going on, big sis? So we're going to have to get that together. You got to zhuzh yourself up before you go up out of here, right? So anyway, the people was basically telling them there's nothing they could do for them. They can't go back there with them. They only was willing to let Papa Emmett, Jada, Emmett's mom, and then Damien retire. Let's go back to Damien gets on my fucking nerves. So then at that point, everybody else has to just basically sit aside and wait, sit on the outside and wait to see, what's going on, right? So they sitting out there, they leave Keisha and Tiff in the and Tiff is consoling and reassuring Keisha that Emma's gonna make it. Don't worry about it. I want to say something about this relationship, right? This relationship is very unique and very mature, but I don't know why a little piece of me likes it, but still feels like it's weird, right? It gives me like a sister wife vibes, but I do like that they're mature enough to get along and also to support each other because this is a very tumultuous time. Tiff and lost her baby father, and Keisha here thinking she's gonna lose her. So I do like the, basically the consoling they was doing of each other, and she was reassuring her like, nah, Emmett gonna make it, Emmett gonna be good, right? And then I see my boy Vic Mensa. Oh my God, that he Jamal on the show. He was up, he was walking. I was like, okay, I didn't know what was gonna go on with Vic ever since he got pow. And then even when he woke up out the coma, they didn't really show too much of him. And now he back just walking around, doing what he gotta do. I was like, okay, Vic, good to see you again. So he was saying, he wanted to try to get everybody to pray. And Lala was like, Lord, Vic, not today, baby. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to pray. Lala want to fuck. That's what she want to do. So if it don't got nothing to do with screwing, Lala like, listen, leave that nonsense beyond me, right? I like Vic Mensa. I'm not really a fan of Vic mouth. I'm not here for that. But I like Vic Menz's aggression. It's attractive. What I don't know is that if I put my abracadabra on Vic, will his mental health leak out on me? Because they said Vic ain't really clear. So no. I wouldn't go there with Vic, but he is attractive when he's aggressive. He seems like very, pretty much no nonsense. I don't play and don't play with me. And that's always attractive when you see that in a man, right? So Nook comes in and he's telling Keisha, he's like, yo, let me talk to you at the side. Let me talk to you at the side. So she's like, what's up? He like, what's up? What happened? So she was like, listen, this one here, this card playing cornball here came home talking about he owed somebody a bet and they said Reg dived on him. So Nook was like, well, what's going on? Where's Reg at? So she was like, listen, I don't know where Reg is at. I didn't even know the motherfucker was back alive. So Nook was like, well, listen, since you telling me that, let me tell you this. I made a deal with my people, the Po9, and they looking for Reg, and I'm trying to help them get Reg. So do you know where Reg is at? So she was like, no, I don't know where no fucking Reg is at. I didn't even know Reg was still alive. So how would I know where the fuck he is, right? So he was like, all right, well, I'm going to try to help get him because if Emmett died, the whole city going to be on his ass anyway. So I'm going to just try to go ahead and let the police get him so we can move forward and get about our business. So in the next scene, you see Nook run down on Jake and her and him up and shit. I'm tired of Jake lips. They look too raw. What are y'all going to do about that? I don't like them raw looking lips. They look like that since the first season. So I wasn't here for that, but he went in there and grabbed him up and was like, yo, listen, where's your brother? What's going on? He's like, get the hell off me. I ain't telling you my brother. He always tried to act tough since he was a little kid. Right. So he was like, I'm not telling you where my brother at. He was like, well, anyway, you better tell me because like I said, if Emmett died, the whole city gonna be on his ass. He was like, listen, I don't know where he at. Get up off me. He said, but what I do know is that he hang out with some T-Pain looking motherfucker named Hannibal. So he was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go see what that's about because I gotta find him before everybody else find him, right? So back in the hospital room, Papa Bluetooth was not fucking playing with Damien. He was not playing with Damien. He's like, you asked your stepmama for money. He was like, yeah, I had to because I really needed that. I really needed the Papa Bluetooth. So let me tell you something. If Emmett don't get the fuck up, you is exiled from this family, bitch. Because you're not going to be in here borrowing our money and getting everybody hurt because you don't got no goddamn sense. So I'm letting you know, if Emmett don't wake up, it's a dub for your motherfucking ass, right? So I was like, dad, to tell one son that about another do sound crazy. But at the end of the day, Papa Bluetooth is right. This is all because you have a habit and you need fucking help, right? So anyway, after that, outside the hospital, Trig and fucking Rashy Mouth ass Jake is meeting because Trig was like, listen. Because they can say whatever they want about Trig, but Trig ain't for play. Trig ain't scary. So whether he's school trainees or not, that's on him. But one thing I like about him, he's not scary. So he was like, listen. He got to get up out of here. He got to get up out this family. Enough is enough. You need to speak up for your motherfucking self. Because all this went down in your crib because he don't give a fuck about you because he do what he wants to you because he know they'll play in my motherfucking face. Whether I school trainees or not, I bend his ass up. That's why he always calm down when it come to me. That's why he want to live with you because he want to play in your motherfucking face. Hey, Tifa girl, my nosy ass neighbor. No, I'm tired of Jake psoriasis ass mouth. Come on, y'all get that together. I'm tired of it. Anywho, as they say in all that, he like, yeah, get it together. Jason Weaver character cracks me up, Rashad. I don't know. I just like him on the show. He was like, he sounded just like the Lion King. He was like, y'all can't do that. That's we out there. That's your brother. I was cracking up. They was looking at him like, man, fuck all that. Let's go get in the car because we gonna let this nigga know he exiled from the family. But one little part I was peeking at. I'm gonna tell you what I was peeking at because when Jason Weaver was like, well, how you gonna do that, man? That's your brother. Treg was like, well, listen, Emmett been more brother to me than Reg, so I'm on Emmett's side. And I was thinking to myself, Treg, you can come here. You can come to the front for 2 seconds. Treg, come here. Come right here, because I just want to say one thing. If Emmett is being considered your brother in this circumstance, baby, why is you trying to screw his baby mother, aka ex-wife? That's what you do to your... Never mind, Treg. You right. Have Emmett back, because Emmett is my motherfucking boy, right? But I just was like, cut it out, blood. You trying to fuck the baby mama, aka the ex-wife. You ain't gonna keep saying that's your brother. You know we out there. That's your brother. Listen. I don't want you all that bullshit. You full of shit. But anywho, right? So they was going, so you see right there in the picture, Nook is in the background because he hearing them say, damn, they exiling their brother out. But I want his ass out anyway, too. So I'm going to just shut the fuck up, let them do what they got to do, right? So I'm like, okay, got that part, right? So what was happening in the next scene? So in the next scene, Emmett getting his good old, I mean, you hear me, Emmett. Lord, Emmett is dead. Oh, excuse me. It's shot. He ain't doing nothing. No, whatchamacallit getting his car. No, because remember, he spoke to Jake, and Jake said T-Pain looking at Hannibal will tell him where whatchamacallit is at, where Nook is at. I mean, where Hannibal is at. So Nook got in the car because he said, I got to go on over here with Hannibal and get Hannibal together because he think it's the game and the joke. It's not a game and the joke. His head is being wanted on the platter, right? So now when he goes to Hannibal house, he knocking on the door, boom, 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 boom. Girl, why would they open the door? Guess who Hannibal wife is? Oh my God, that's my girl Penny fucking Proud. I was like, hey, Penny Proud girl, aka Kyla Pratt. That's my girl. I was like, all right, I know my homegirl got back in her acting roles in her bag, and she was not playing with Nook motherfucking ass. She's like, yeah, what happened? What's up? What you want? What you looking for my husband for? He was like, damn, I didn't know this nigga was married. I was cracking up. And then it was even more funnier. Nook like that. Nook liked her because he got inside. He's like, yeah, you tough. What the hell you saying that for? What the, and Hannibal T-Pain looking at you so fucking scary. You can't even decipher that he was trying to, low-key holler because he kept giving her little looks and shit like that. She looking at him like, what you looking at, nigga? You're not gonna come here and play with this family. Absolutely not, right? So Nook basically was telling Hannibal, listen, I want him, keep him close to you so we can know blah, 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 right? So Nook said he probably might need to come crash on your couch. Penny Proud said, wait, I'm sorry. Say that last part again. Yeah, because he might. She said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He will not be crashing here. And if he crashes here, Hannibal, I'm sprung. How did you get me looking at? You'll be sleeping right next to him outside there because ain't nobody, he's not coming here. He's not coming. So he's like, oh, okay, no problem. I got it. So he was like, all right, listen, he can't come here because my wife is saying I can't be here if he's here. So how this is going to work is I'm going to let you know where he land. Hannibal, I didn't really. Anyway, so Lala Vic Mensa, they talk about wanting a child, and he want the lineage and the bloodline and the legacy to continue. She looking at him like, listen, I ain't got time to be shitting out no babies. You know I fuck 3, 4, 5 niggas a year. So they beefing about that. That got on my nerves, right? So then Trig and Jake, they went to put Trig and Drake went to put Reg out. Right, and they was like, "Listen, we putting you out the house, and we putting you out the fucking life. So let me let you know how this go." But I want to say something, right? It was something very important. Now, y'all, let me know if y'all can hear this. That happened on that scene that I felt like in that moment, life lessons was given from both brothers, right? So let's hear what they said, and then I'm gonna tell you. Because I felt like they both had really good points. Sorry, y'all. You're going to hear them freak it out. It's probably sound a little crazy because it's from my phone. So y'all serious? Yeah. He said, y'all gonna chew that Kenny, let her move, look at motherfucker over here. All right, so I'm not much of that for her. Go back to watch goddamn show. But anyway, I want to tell y'all what he said. Basically, Trig was saying to Reg, like, you went too fucking far. You went too fucking far. You took it too far, and this is what you do. This is why you can't be a part of our life, because look at what you put at risk. This is a family man, a business owner, and because of you, he could be potentially dead because you couldn't have a fight. And that is definitely one viewpoint that I would side with because of the type of person that I am. But when I was listening to what Reg was saying and knowing people from the streets, what he said made sense as well. He said, number one on the motherfucker list, his brother is a grown-ass man that made a bet, and he didn't fulfill his end of the bargain. So I got on his motherfucking ass and I beat it. Right? And again, he didn't do his part. So that's his fault. He's a grown man. Ain't like you coming over here because I beat on your son. I beat up on your brother who's a grown man who got himself in a situation and keeps getting himself in these situations. And you really need to mind your business when it comes to stuff like that. Again, I'm not saying I agree with it, but that is street logic. And if you're going to be in the streets, you need to be aware of this, right? So then he also said, because remember, I don't know if y'all heard, but when he said that, Jake was like, well, she didn't have to shoot him. He said, you better be prepared to pow any motherfucker that run up on you. And again, that's not my logic. I don't deal with that. I am violence free. But if you are going to be up in the streets and you are going to be moving that way, then you do have to be prepared for what comes with it. So why I cannot stand fucking Reg because his gums is black. I can't stand Reg because his eyes is black. I can't stand Reg because his teeth and his fingers is black. He did have a very valid point. He had a very valid point, which is that what we did was some street shit. He violated the street code, so I beat his ass. You can't come saving him. What you should be doing is trying to get him out the streets. And I felt that. I felt that even though I didn't agree with it, right? Okay, right? So back at the hospital, Alicia rolls up on Tiff, and she's like, I'm sorry for your loss. Alicia, I know it's a thin line between love and hate, bitch, but you treading on the hate side, okay? Because you getting on my motherfucking nerves. So Tiffany was like, he's not dead. He's in surgery. And I want to look at her and say, bitch, because they killed your motherfucking son. Don't keep wishing everybody else dead, okay? But anyway, Tiff was like, he's not dead. He's in surgery. So then here she go now. You know what I don't like about Alicia? Again, you believe you have the money, so you make the rules. So you always saying the wrong thing at the wrong fucking time because you know you can. Because it was like, okay, he's not dead. All right, whatever. But do you have a will? Bitch, do it look like I want to talk about a will right now? I'm over here grieving my ex-husband, who's also the father of my child, who I also still low-key love and don't want to die. And your son, who I really loved and I'm pregnant by, actually did drop dead. I can't take another loss. So what the fuck are you asking me about right now? And I was looking at the CV like, Alicia, move. But again, you have the money, you make the rules. So that's why you do outlandish shit like that, right? So she was like, listen, I'm carrying my grandson. I can't let nothing happen. And once again, she was able to, because she's much more quick and intelligent than Tiff and has more money. She's able to kind of maneuver around Tiff. So she got Tiff to agree to meet with her lawyers, because she's like, I have to have a will, because if anything happened to you, my grandson has to be protected. And while I respect everything she said, and I don't think she was wrong, it just is the time and the place for everything. And Alicia, that wasn't it. Okay, got it, right? So then Reg went over Candace's house. Wait a minute. Y'all, Candace is Zaria. Zaria always is into Bad Boys, because she was into Bad Boys on the Parenthood. Y'all go watch the Parenthood. The Parenthood was a good show. I love Robert Townsend. But anyway, yes, that was Zaria. So Zaria was like, okay, well, what the fuck you done did? So she was like, listen, what I did was, he told the whole story. What I see they do, and I'm going to list it here a few times as I'm talking, is that they always tell what they do to anybody. Like, one thing I know about street code, people are very secretive in the streets. People are very secretive in the streets. Yo, you know what happened to Harry? Nah, I don't even know. Meanwhile, you standing with the motherfucker that made it happen to Harry. So I noticed on the show, they just be so forthcoming with what they do. You know, and again, I know it's TV, but again, if it's trying to imitate life, then they should be a little bit more, you know, tight-lipped about some of the information that they share. So he proceeded to tell her, like, listen, this nigga even came over and did 1, 2. I did 2, 3, and now here we are 3, 4. I need somewhere to stay. She was like, all right, you can crash here for a while. I ain't too pressed about that, yada, 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 right? So then Hannibal, T-Pain looking at, he found out where Reg was staying, because he went and stopped by Jake's house, and he saw them clean up the blood, and Trig is off anybody pertaining to Reg. So Trig ain't have 2 words bad. He said, no! I was like, oh shit. Hannibal was like, okay, got it, you guys are not good. All right, God bless. But anyway, so Hannibal found out where Reg was staying, right? So then Keisha back at the hotel. Back at the hospital, Keisha was very, very stressed out, right? Keisha is my fit. This episode declared Keisha my favorite fucking character of all time, next to Bacardi. I love Bacardi, right? So anyway, she was like, she was sitting there, you could tell she was getting stressed out. Then she fucking looked at Damien. She said, this is all your fucking fault. And do you fucking know this Michael Jackson voice bitch gonna say, I didn't ask Emmett to fight for me? She said, what? That's what he does. He fight for the fucking people that he loves. And I'm looking at this, Damien, come here. Come to the front of the congregation, because this is why I had you on a thumbnail. You need your ass whipped. What the fuck is wrong with you? First of all, how you want to stand here with a straight face and say, I didn't ask him to fight for me? So what the fuck you came here for after you got your ass whipped? What did you come here for? Why you ain't go somewhere else? And get yourself together and cool yourself down and then act like you fell when you had a drunk night. No, you came here because you wanted me to feel sorry for you and figure out what happened and then fix it. But that's what you keep wanting people to do. That's why I love that the Papa Bluetooth was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You here begging my wife for money. You getting my other son in danger. You fucking up the family. If this don't work out for you, bro, you gotta go. You gotta go. Because how dare you sit there with chicks and say, I didn't ask Emmett to fight for me. So what the fuck you came to Emmett house for? He's your fucking brother. Of course he gonna do something. You know he out there. That's your brother. So I'm looking like, Damien, you get on my fucking nerves, and I want you off the fucking show. Because you know what you do? You give me a Chris Brown. I don't know. I keep telling y'all the story, but I don't know if y'all remember. And God forgive me, I mean no harm, but it's just what I saw, right? I'm going to show it to y'all. If I could ever find a clip, I'm going to show it to y'all. When Chris Brown did the Michael Jackson tribute on the BET Awards, that was a little bit time after him and Riri whole thing, and the whole world was against him, right? So he wanted to get back in the whole world good graces, and I'm telling you, Chris ate it. He ate that performance, had me crying, everything. But it was one part when he was crying, right? That Chris, God forgive me, Chris looked around as he was wiping his tears because he wanted to see, are they buying this shit? And I swear to God, every time I tell somebody a story where I think somebody is bullshitting, I use that analogy. And I'm telling you, I swear to God, that's exactly what Damien give me. Damien give me, I ain't gonna gamble no more. You don't have to do that. Are you believing me? So you won't be mad at me no more? Because I'm really full of shit. Like, that's what you give me. You give me you full of shit and you start crying and doing weird shit so everybody could be on your side so they don't bark on your dumb ass. But then you turn around and you do the thing. This time I'm really quit. No, the fuck you not. You're an addict, bitch. And you're jeopardizing your whole family because of your fuck shit. So Damien gets on my fucking nerves, right? No, Tifa, that's Papa Bluetooth. Because every minute with the Bluetooth. Every minute, every fucking second with the Bluetooth. Even one time on the boat, they like, we can't hear the music. He was like, no, I hear it. They was like, yeah, because you have in the Bluetooth. Come on, it's enough. Jada won't do her hair. You won't take out the Bluetooth. It's enough, right? So anyway, and this is the part that, like I said, I always love Keisha ever since she survived the kidnapping and all that. But this was another one of the parts that made me fall in love with her. You know, she got remember, they sitting in the waiting area. Emmett is out of surgery. He's in recovery, but he's not waking up. So they just sitting there basically waiting. So she was like, listen. I'm getting restless right here. I'm going to go to Smokey's, which is Emmett restaurant, right? And I looked at this bitch. When she said this next part, I said, this is a solid ass bitch. Like, let me tell you something. I want to say this, right? When you encounter solid people, it don't even have to be a spouse. It could just be a friend, a family member, a coworker. When you encounter solid people, you really gotta hold on to them because we do not live in a world with many solid people. So when you see a motherfucker hold the situation down, I mean, really, really hold it down so far they could drown, but they so solid that they won't stay afloat. You have to hold on to them type of people. And when she did this shit right here, it brought a little tear to my eye because I was like, this bitch is so fucking down for this fucking man. I love this shit. So anyway, she was like, listen, I can't do nothing here. I can't wake Emmett up. I'm 100 fucking months pregnant. She was like, so if I can't take care of Emmett, the least I can fucking do is go and take care of his business. And at 15 and a half months fucking pregnant, you know what Keisha did? She took her ass over there to his restaurant and she opened that shit up and she started cleaning the fuck up. And she like, I gotta keep my man should have flown. Because in my mind, I'm saying to myself, my man gonna live and his business can't go down after he gets up. So let me go make sure my man shit is good. And she went there, she started getting shit together by herself. That's a real solid ass bitch. Like, I love that. I love that for Emmett, right? So anyway, she started getting stuff together, but she's like, I need somebody to manage this place while, you know, he's not here, right? So Lala came in and Lala was like, no, I'll try to help you find a manager. Don't worry about that, right? And I was looking at Lala saying, Lala, because she said at the end, she was like, we all we got. And I was like, Lala, didn't you screw Emmett and Papa Bluetooth? But you know what? Never mind. Let me mind my business. We all we got, Lala. We all we got. Love you, girl. So anyway, in the next scene, we see Pastor Whitehead. Pastor Whitehead is Ezekiel, but I call him Pastor Whitehead. Pastor Whitehead looked like a frog. Pastor Whitehead that lost weight. You could tell Pastor Whitehead that went on the fuck down. But anyway, I didn't know, and maybe I missed the episode or two. I didn't realize that Pastor Whitehead was losing his church. I knew that he had got caught with the white girl in his Kindle, but I didn't know he was losing his church and all that. Well, apparently he is. And I'm looking at Pastor Whitehead because I'm like, you jeopardize your marriage and your congregation for this white girl. And this white girl just walked out on him. She was like, listen, this is too black. This is too fucking ethnic. This is too rural. This is too ghetto. And I'm done with this. So it's been real, Ezekiel, and I'm going to holler at you. And she left. And he up there, bye, Sarah. Yeah, exactly. Look at all the shit that you jeopardize. Look at all of the shit that you jeopardize. All of the shit that you jeopardized, and that white girl turned around and walked out on you. And even if she wouldn't have walked out on you, you really wouldn't want to be with her because she just wasn't solid and it wasn't real. So I'm looking at Pastor Whitehead. You look like you 30 pounds soaking wet. I was like, absolutely not. You look crazy. And that whole situation didn't work out. Anywho, they flip to the next scene and you see Claire Huxtable and her daughter. Her daughter is Pastor Whitehead ex-wife, and they there doing the laundry. And Claire Huxtable looking the fucking drawer, the panty drawer, and see a big old firearm. She said, "What the fuck, sweetheart, daughter? Why my granddaughter got a firearm?" Here the mother. Oh, I'm gonna talk to her. No, Claire Huxtable said you need to talk to the pappy, Pastor Whitehead, because this is all because of him. Get it together, right? So I was like, I'm here for that, right? So meanwhile, Reg is chilling and at Candace's house, aka Zaria, he's chilling there, and Jackie Long walking, Keith. So Reg is like, the fuck? Because he didn't know. Apparently, Jackie Long and Candace is cousins. So Candace came out and she was like, listen, Reg did some fuck shit. He needs to stay here. You got home a little short job. You need to stay here. Y'all meet each other because y'all staying here. So Jackie Long was like, what the fuck you running the halfway house? She was like, listen, my nigga, he fucking me and you family. What's up? What y'all gonna do? Y'all could be here together or y'all could roll the fuck out. Anyway, they get acquainted. And like I said, everybody just tells everything that they do because Jackie Long was like, Reg was like, what's up? I heard her saying you lost your job. He's like, yeah, I just working at Smokies. And he just came out, yeah, I just pow this nigga Emmett. He didn't need to know that. You don't even know him. You just met him 5 minutes ago. So I was like, this is crazy. But anyway, he was like, where you pop out, Emmett? That's crazy. So he started going in about the brother. How the brother got a fight. And they was like, yeah, they just agreed. Both of them were some bitch ass niggas. So whatever, right? So then Damien sits his dry ass lips and Michael Jackson voice on Emmett's bedside and promises that if Emmett wakes up, he's never going to do this again. And Damien, you is a fucking liar. You get on my nerves, and I think they should have pow your ass, right? So Pastor Whitehead meets up with his ex-wife Carolyn. They talk about the daughter and her having a firearm in the drawer and all of that, and how they gonna confront her, all of that, right? So then Hannibal, that's the T-Pain looking motherfucker that's friends with Reg. He meets up with Reg at Candace's house and meets Keith. So they all in there smoking, yada, 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 right? And Reg is like, listen, in order for me to feel safe on the streets, I need me a Uda. Because I already know the city gonna be against me because I took down, like he called him that what he said, y'all gonna take my side over that whatever he called them looking whatever he called them looking at. So he know the city gonna be on his ass once they find out he shot him. So he looked at Keith, which was Jackie Long. And Jackie Long was like, I know you fucking liar. I just got a prison and I like feeling real coochie and not my hand. So I'm not going back for no fuck shit. So I won't be shooting a motherfucker. So, but I do know a few people that probably can help you. So he was like, I know a chick with a dick. So he was like, listen, I ain't got time for no chick to be all up under me. He's like, listen, she ain't gonna give a fuck about being all up under you. She want to be all up under bitch. That's what she's into. She's a chick with a dick. So he was like, okay, all right. So let's see what it's hitting for, right? So then we find out that Papa is letting Pastor Whitehead take over the father church. The mother was mortified. I was a little mortified too. Papa, first of all, I feel like the father wouldn't have wanted you working with Pastor Whitehead in the first place, but it probably wouldn't have been nothing he could do because you're getting older. But to take over his church, I don't know if I was here for that. So I was with the mother, a little mortified, but I'm like, okay, Papa feel like he got the best intention. Let his little Heath Cliff looking ass do what he do, right? Damien is back in Gamblers Anonymous. They're talking soft spoken like he on a fucking Remember the Time video, trying to get these people to be, I won't do it again. I won't do it again. Damien, you is full of fucking shit, and I'm tired of your fucking ass, right? Tiff before that happened, Keith, which is Jackie Long, he meets up with the chick with the dick, and her name is Jackie. And he's like, listen, I got a proposition for you. I know you a Uda, you're on my Uda, and this person on my paying. So how about you get on board with this whole Reg situation? So she like, I mean, I meet up with him, see what it's hitting for. Tiff does meet up with Alicia lawyers and talk about the will. She said, let's table that conversation, but I have the documentation, so we see what's going on. Vic and Lala go meet up with a therapist because they want to talk about having a child, right? Keisha finds a temporary manager for Smokies, which was so nice. Shawnita, I like Shawnita. I like Shawnita because she was very relatable. And then she basically gave Keisha hope. Like, listen, he gonna be good. He gonna be good. God gonna cover it, so you don't worry about that. And you could tell that made Keisha feel, more confident in him and surviving, right? Pastor Whitehead and his ex-wife, they approached Kenya about why you had the firearm. She said, I had the firearm because I got it from Zay, and I thought I had to protect myself, and maybe I might be next. And they was like, girl, ain't nobody think about your skinny ass and them big ass fucking shoe boots you be wearing. Listen, put the firearm away and go sit your ass down. The boy is dead. Get back with Papa. You want to be with a bad boy, look what it costs you. Go sit your ass down. The chick with the dick and Reg meet. The chick with the dick let her nuts hang, and Reg was like, I love this for me. I want to hire you, right? So then Pastor Whitehead, remember, he's been meeting with Nuck to kind of get Nuck's soul right. So he told Nuck, I want to meet. Of course, because he don't have a church no more, him and Nuck meet at the other congregation. So when they meet at Papa's father church. And his picture's up, and Nuck is like, why the fuck are we meeting here? And he was like, well, we meeting here because this is where I'm be preaching now, so this is where we're going to be meeting. And he was like, listen, Duda forced me to take this man out, so I don't know how comfortable I'm going to be. And Pastor Whitehead was like, man, what? Like, you did, I'm sorry, what did you do? And he was like, yeah, listen, it was a part of the job. I got to do what I got to do. And he was like, no, brother, you got choices, and you need to start making some better ones. That's basically what he told Nuck, right? So then Pastor Whitehead got up to preach, and he talked about, all that he has lost and, everything that was taken, but he feels like God did it all for a reason. And I was thinking to myself, that's very relatable to me. I don't feel like nothing is by mistake. Everything by God's design, especially because I feel like I'm God's favorite. So, and working with Papa and how Papa has grown since his dad passed away. And then he announced to the congregation that he would be the new owner. And then he did a really good sermon on gun violence and how it's plaguing their community and so on and so forth. I don't really remember what happened when this part, so I probably will have to watch again. But Alicia and Whitehead had some exchange in the back because of something. I didn't really pay attention to that part, right? So then back at the hospital, Tiff is still sitting in the waiting area and Trey come. Right. So she like, listen, why you didn't tell me that Reg was still alive? Like, why are you keeping secrets from me? I thought we had something going on. But I was looking at Tiff like Reg wanted the whole city to think that he was dead. So why would Trey tell anybody that he's alive? Like, that made no sense. So her getting mad over that was stupid. But whatever, girl. I was like, anyway. So then Hannibal T-Pain looking ass, he texts Nuck the address for Reg, and then Nuck texts Detective Toussaint. Detective Toussaint went over there and started taking pictures and was like, listen, I need to see him for myself. And she was able to get some pictures of Reg. Tiff is now moving away from Trig and moving more on Nuck. And I'm saying, Tiff, girl, cut the umbilical cord first, because you getting on my nerves going from all these people. And then Emmett wakes up and proposes to my mom. Yes, the only thing I don't like about stuff like that, right, is, sometimes you look at a person, it's like, why gotta be so much trauma for you to realize how valuable I am, right? So I felt like I love that Emmett proposed to her. And maybe his life did flash before his fucking eyes when he got shot and all that, but I just wish, like I said, people could do these things when there's not such traumatic situations surrounding them, realize how valuable people are. But either way, I think he loved Keisha, and he always knew how valuable she was, and it's pushed him to take the next step. So yes, I am not here for Reg. His gums is black. His lips is black. He gets on my fucking nerves, and I'm not here for this Prince looking thriller singing motherfucker Damien, and we on a head tops. But I did want to come up here and do my little sex, because I know I've been promising y'all and y'all been cursing me out, and I'm trying to get back in formation. I'm gonna come back again this weekend and do another live, and I'm trying to stay in the loop. I'm gonna put my Dear DJs on. Like I told you, Dear DJs is only gonna be maybe once a week now, because I got to go through all these letters and yada yada yada. And I may want to open up another segment on my shit. In any event, y'all, I did not lie. I did not lie. I came here for my Lit at 6. I did what I needed to do. I'm trying to come every Tuesday for Lit at 6, and I do not want it to just be about shows. It's just that the shot triggers something in me, so I'm like, no, let me come and talk my shit. But no. We need to do some of the topics because I know me and Tifa wanted to talk about Diddy, and I heard today that he's going into some programs to kind of show his like detoxification for his sentencing. I'm okay. I got that part, and some other things we need to discuss. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to hit the likes up, hit the thumbs up on this video, and give me my likes. I love you guys for tuning in for the healing, the humor, and the hot motherfucking topics. I'm around. I ain't going no motherfucking where. And by the end of this year, we're gonna be where we need to be on this YouTube channel. I love you guys, and please enjoy your evening and be safe. Mwah.